question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. The Yellow Jackets will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Georgia's offense has the ball first today. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings. And Palmer, obviously, in the booth was pretty solid, too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King, a quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe two-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Here's a hit. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. That's caught. It's White. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Throwing on the run. He's got it on the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
The Yellow Jackets offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Fitzpatrick. Sets up the screen. Nice move there. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. First down. Skips away from pressure. trying to make magic on the scramble. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Looking downfield, it's Dyer. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Scrambling away. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and 10 here. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll try to do it himself. At the 35, he's got room. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grab near the sticks. It's Taylor. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Snaps it in the shotgun. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Give him 6. Touchdown, Georgia! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a drive there of 84 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Braswell. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Blasted as he lets it go. A little floater there that falls incomplete. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Here's the handoff. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Buys a little extra time. He'll pull it down and run. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take...
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And the Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow. Who knows how they got that thing back? He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming. Did a great job. Aggressive. Downhill. Went and got it. Got the tackle for a loss. Forcing the 4th down.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Fires and picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Found the spot in the defense. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. Wants to throw. It's Fitzpatrick. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for room. It's Braswell. And he's going to wind up losing a couple of yards as time expires here in the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
I mean, what a huge game for this offense. You're always trying to find ways to get your playmakers in space. And when you create a hole like that, Palmer, good Lord, anybody's going to be able to run through. Then he just keeps chewing up those yards, makes the big play.
He's a difference maker, David, and he gets better as the game goes on. So that's great news at this juncture to kind of rip off a big run like that. But this is a guy that builds momentum as he goes. I'd be force-feeding this guy more as the game goes on.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Scanning the field, it's Dyer. Steps away. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's knocked down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for every single play.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Fitzpatrick. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, looking to pass. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. They decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line. Going to sling it on 2nd down. He'll throw it. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Defensive coordinators draw up all these blitzes, and then you got a guy like that, and he just can roll, and he can get out of things. He's a magician, just pops out of things, makes plays. He got outside the pocket, incomplete pass, but you know what? I was still holding my breath the whole time.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Breaks the tackle. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Well, you were already 2 for 2, and now you're 3 for 3. So offensively, this is just a day that ends in Y. It's another day at the office, continuing to go for it on 4th down. And guess what? Continuing to have success.
Fires on the move. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
Georgia Tech, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Get it out on the screen. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to return it. He gets a block. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Pulls it in. It's Taylor. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw again. Forced out of the pocket. The throw. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. The official says no good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a man, it's Fitzpatrick. Bringing the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle. It's Braswell. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I can go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback adapting. At the 35, he's open. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Looking for a man. It's Fitzpatrick. Finds his man open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rhodes. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Towards the middle. Into the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to pass, it's Doyle. Looking deep down the right side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the duel between Georgia and Georgia Tech plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollack, who really set the bar for great defense.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Cradles it at the 35. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're now seeing this.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Got the quick completion. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Runs through a tackle. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Bully ball on third and short.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Might be changing the route. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start off offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting, and if they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Dropping back, it's Fitzpatrick. Makes the grab. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Hunt is on its way. Books it all the way in, and he loses the football. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
It's never fun as a defense to start your own territory. They're already in scoring position, already on your side of the 50. It's not fun. Now you got to buckle up them straps, really get things locked and loaded, and get focused on what can happen.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Dogs! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play, and he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn it on the Jets, making the big play.
Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead.
And how about the cherry on the sundae? The big INT return for a touchdown, and now throw on the 2-point conversion. Give this team 8.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Yellow Jackets now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying play action. Under fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the grab close to the logo. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Lets it fly. Got him downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Got out of trouble and throws. Intercepted deep in his own end. The 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. To throw, it's Doyle. Might be looking to run. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup. The defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies over to him and forced the incompletion.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, fourth and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. To the air on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy the football and see if he can get another touchdown.
And he drops. Just a little too slippery in the hands.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to them. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
On the snap, it's Rasmussen. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense time.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Rush is on him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead. Now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense and try to make plays late in the 4th quarter.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David. So turning it on. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter, with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
On the direct snap, it's Rasmussen. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
On the direct snap, it's Payne. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown and make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. Touchdown, Georgia! Fitted in the window for the score. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit. just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that for Palmer. It's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield, it's Fitzpatrick. Pocket breaking down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Griffin. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On the direct snap, it's Payne. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On the snap, it's Payne. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They stretched this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. Things getting tough for the Jackets as the Hairy Dogs putting the fight into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Fitzpatrick. Using the quick game. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to fire on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this thing.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. Caught near the sticks. It's Taylor. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Georgia.
One more play to pad the stats. On the direct snap, it's Doyle. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Georgia Tech, 31.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. After this, it'll be a wrap. Dropping back, it's Fitzpatrick. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.